Right.
I'm a Sun Devil, man!
27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Quick flag.
Third down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another touchdown. Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met. The backfield runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Revenge on this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025.
Today. This one the other way. It gets no going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
What is up, all? Look, we are back here at Desert Financial Arena, home to a very, very phenomenal team. Well, many teams, because there's Sun Devil teams, but women's volleyball team, junior middle blocker, Ella Lomigora. I told you guys she was going to join me. I told you guys we're going to have somebody from the two-seeded volleyball team hanging out with us. First of all, obviously, I know there's a lot to do, and there's not really time. I'm not going to ask you, like, oh, what did you think of this reflecting on the season, because you're still in it. But, like, man, congratulations, A, and B, just to, I mean, to rip through the Big 12 17-1. I mean, we'll start there. We'll go all over the place here on Pitchfork Lunch. As you know, I always do, guys. But again, she can handle it. She's smart. She's a finance major, right?
Yes.
Okay, Celia, she's very smart. Anyway, but I mean, when you see, I mean, 17-1, and I know Coach always says, I always say to Coach, okay, I know. I understand, because having played sports and having coached, you know, not at this level, but it's like it is the next game. But I know when the schedule comes out, there's one game that gets circled, 2 games. Well, actually, it will be 2, because 2 times is Arizona. That we'll get to that in a minute. But I mean, to rip through 17-1 again, like this year, like I mean, just when you guys are just, you have a target on your back because of success. But I've always found it, and I say to Coach, like, you know, coaching style or not, but for players to mentally to buy in, like you're the hunted, and you know it. But you guys are still hunting like no other. I mean, just to talk about the season in the Big 12. I mean, again, 17-1 is just insane.
Yeah, like you said, like we came in with like knowing that we're gonna have a target on our back. We have so many like new girls, and I think that like from the get-go we had to play Kansas, and like they were truly like a really like at that point like a formidable opponent. We're like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be our first game. We only played them once. This was our like one chance to figure out like how we're gonna start the season. And we came in and we like went out with a bang, and it was a really tight set, but that kind of set the tone for like how hard we're willing to work and all the effort that we're going to put in for the next few matches. And we constantly in our gym talk about like just taking it one game at a time and not looking over any of the teams and any of the opponents that we have to play. So no matter who it is, we're going to be taking care of them and doing our best to like defend, scout, and do that. And then once we're done with that game, we focus right on the next game.
Right. And okay, so that's fair. But when the schedule comes out, I know, like, you know, non-con, you're traveling to different places, you're hosting a tournament too. But I mean, for everybody's been here, the Arizona game, okay, maybe not circle, but does it get a few little extra stars around?
Yeah, we want to beat Arizona all the time. I mean, nobody likes the Wildcats. So we always highlight that game, but like we constantly again are being told treat it like the same as any other game, because the more emphasis you put on that, like the more you're gonna open up that risk for just like letting yourself like mentally check out and all that stuff. So
all right, so let me ask you this, because I mean, obviously talking to, you know, some of the other players, talking to Coach, obviously your part of the bracket was last revealed for the tournament, but you guys knew you automatically qualified. But seeing the number 2 seed, which like I said to everybody else, I mean, it's a phenomenal seed. I mean, you know, in any tournament, NCAA tournament, you're a 1, 2, or 3 seed, like you did it. But when you hear that, when you're paying attention to the broadcast and you sit here and say, you know, Kansas State, I think, was the first Big 12 team. It's like, oh, the Big 12. And they start saying, oh, the Big 12. And every other Big 12 team that went up, like, what a year for the Big 12, the Big 12 so strong. So, like I said, number 2 is a phenomenal seed. But, I mean, did you think that, I mean, you know, maybe the number 1 seed was right there? And I know at that point it's so high, it's almost like literally splitting hairs. But when you're hearing broadcasters and you're hearing analysts say this, you know, towards the end of the season, Big 12, and, I mean, again, it's not a slight, because nobody could look at you with a straight face and you guys think a number 2 seed is a slight. But I mean, did you think the number 1 seed was like something that was there for you guys?
Yeah, we definitely thought it was possible. All of us were like sitting at our seats, like maybe this is gonna be it. But I think that would have been fun to experience. But now we're dealt with this hand, and we're just gonna keep going with it.
And I mean, obviously, getting to host too. I mean, playing in front of the fans, you guys have had obviously the last, I mean, 3 years. I mean, you know, Coach, you know, talks about the 9, obviously, that he started when he got hired, you know, but just that first year, but the last year in the Pac-12, and I mean, being a few games away from, I mean, literally a few matches away from winning the Pac-12, and then going into the Big 12, winning the first 2 titles in the Big 12. For you to be a part of this, I mean, and go through this with your teammates, and granted a different starting roster this year, but just what's that fun been like? And I mean, the bonding, because I think you guys went to Hawaii this past spring, right? So like, talk about like the bonding with that, and then just it leading to, I mean, again, it's a short-term sport memory, I know, but at the same time, like anything happens to you guys on the court, it's just like, oh, okay, like, and that's it. But I mean, going to Hawaii, doing the bonding stuff, and then just being immersed in this, like, okay, this is what we have now.
Yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of time at the beginning of our season, like truly, like just sitting and talking about our standard and our culture, and like what it means to just be a part of like this team and this family. And I think that just like building that trust and building that connection with each other, and these relationships are what allow us to like be able to compete and play. And like you see our bench, like our bench is like truly the best, I think, in the nation. Like I hands down would like trust and do everything for those girls. And I think that seeing everybody bought in, no matter if you're on the court, off the court, is what sets us apart from a lot of teams. And I'm really grateful for that. So that's what's kind of just allowed us to be really like present in the moment and just like be surrounded by not even like this amazing community, but with each other, and just be giving ourselves that grace and just to have fun with each other.
All right. So I was going to say that one till the end, funner stuff, but okay. You mentioned the bench, the game changers, as coach has called them since he's been here. And I mean, giving, and I've heard a lot of players, you guys all say like, and coach say like, I mean, they're literally jawing at the starters in practice and like, toe to toe going with them. And he's like, a lot of people can say it, but they might be starting in other areas. But the important question, which the pitchfork lunchers want to know, I mean, do you help out in like the celebration dances or the timeouts? Because I know, I mean, Piper, obviously I've known her since she was at O'Connor, but like, doing the work. But I mean, I saw the one that looked like almost like Frogger where they're picking it. Do you have like do you guys all have an input on what those should look like, starters and like the game changers?
Yeah, everybody can talk about it. Everybody can say it, but like they have the most creative things. I don't know how they come up with half of it, but it just like honestly just brings a smile to my face every time I look off to the bench and I just see that. Or now I get to be a part of it and I get to learn the cheers, because sometimes I'm like, they make up a cheer and I'm like, where was I in this? And then I learn it, and then there we go.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I mean, again, it's like, the timeouts and everything, getting the crowd involved. And I mean, obviously, the student section has been out. And I mean, I think a testament to that is obviously, yes, it's a holiday weekend. When you're in college, I mean, the holidays, not that people don't care about them celebrating, but it's just you're a student. They hit different. It's not like you're in elementary school or high school. It's like, holiday like this. But I mean, to get over 4,000 at 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning, like
after a football game.
After I mean, a football game. But I mean, and I know you guys have talked about like, seeing like, these young girls and even like, young boys that want to play volleyball, but like being around, like you said, the community. How cool is it like when they're on the court, after the game and you're serving for them, or like, I mean, do you still kind of even get like a little, I mean, I don't know. One time a kid in high school asked me for my autograph at football practice. I was just like a little giggly, but I mean, when they ask you for your autograph and around that, what's being with this team, but what's that like experiencing it with the team and just like with those kids?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really special. I mean, I was here like when I was younger, I was like 7, 8, just starting volleyball, and I was down here watching like Macy Gardner and terrified of Sparky at the time, but like waiting in line to get autographs. And like at that, I can still remember the feeling of just like having a girl, like one of the players' attention, and them just like truly like talking to me, getting to know me, even if like you never remember them and stuff like that, but and then to be able to give back to the community. And like a lot of these girls, a lot of the people in the like crowd are people that like I've grown up around, and to just be able to be a person that they can look up to and be a role model. And I know our whole team feels the exact same way. One of our big like pillars of our culture is to just be a role model and like leave a positive impact and a legacy for the younger girls that are watching us and the younger boys that are interested in volleyball and everything, and just being somebody that people can like look up to and respect and everything.
And that's awesome. And I got to ask you, because I already told you, I have my favorite, like, I guess almost hockey assist, second assist of the year with the kick play. And if you guys haven't seen it, it is legal in volleyball. It can't go over that. I mean, it can go over the net, but if it does, it's the other team's point. But I mean, just a line drive coming back at you. And I know I asked you about it, but like, it's literally a split second reaction, and you just angled your foot like a soccer player would beautifully and got it to your teammate. Like, I mean, when you make a play like that, I mean, afterwards you're kind of just like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. But we have a girl on our team, Mila. She's Brazilian, but she has been teaching us soccer skills a little bit around. We're like kicking the ball around. So I like anything that we do off the court and stuff like that. But those things are just genuine like reaction plays, and I think that they're funny when they happen. Like I know that Bailey like went and pancaked a ball, and I think they called it down, but like I don't know how she did that. Like I flung my hands up, and then she's on the floor pancaking, and then she sends it back over, and we get a point because they like didn't go for it. And it's against West Virginia, and we're all just standing there like, no way, this just happened. But like things like that just keep the game interesting. And
being obviously, because you were a local kid, you went to Corona, Corona Sol High School, and then you went to Long Beach State, Long Beach State to play there. But I mean, getting the chance to transfer back here and come home and extend on that. I mean, now getting ready for the tournament, what does it mean? Like, I mean, like you said, you were coming here when you were a kid, but to come back and have the opportunity to do it. I mean, you weren't far from home at Long Beach State, but coming back, what does that mean to you? I mean, playing with this team too.
Yeah, I mean, I had personal goals, and I think that like just being able to get to the tournament in the first place is something that I like have always dreamed of. And I think just being able to be here now is just truly like I'm just taking in every moment that I can possible, and I'm very, very lucky for the coaching staff and for the girls that I have with me. So.
And then I've watched a lot of your volleyball this year, obviously, which is awesome. But when you have a team that has so many I mean, very viable options. I mean, I look in the middle and you see the middles, and I know, yes, a lot of volleyball attacking is going to go on the outside for many reasons. Obviously, like phenomenal hitters get hitters. You guys have that. I mean, I look at your team, and I think you and Colby could probably lead the nation in kills. But when you're just on the court, I mean, is it almost like a pinch me moment?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we have so many like opportunities on the court, but like you said, like we have that offense variety is just like insane, and it's through the roof, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, that is awesome. Hey, Thursday night, 7:00, it gets rolling. I said the right time. I usually misrepresent the times and get picked on for it, but 7 p.m. Thursday night, you guys are going to be serving. Thank you, Ella, so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
She's in the Pitchfork Lunch family now. So yes, but we're going to step aside and we will have more Pitchfork Lunch talking about the tournament, wrapping up the Territorial Cup in football. It still sucks, but whatever. Either way, they're down south. We're up here. Yeah. That's the better part. But we'll have more Pitchfork Lunch coming up. All right, we are back here on Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, that was Ella Lomigora. Absolutely phenomenal of her to join us ahead of, again, their opening match Thursday at 7 p.m. Like we said, first two rounds of the NCAA tournament. They will be yes, I will tell you. They're in the Kentucky bracket. They're the number 2 seed. Kentucky was the number 1 seed. But the Devils here in Tempe hosting Coppin State. And then, like I said, there was an at-large bid. They will host the winner of number 7 Tennessee and at-large bid Utah State, which will play at 4:30 on Thursday. So that is so again, get on out here early. Let's go. Be loud. And again, I posted it. So awesome. Graham Rossini doing a heck of a job. The athletic director working with, just ideas, but students getting make sure so students get free tickets to pack this place. I mean, absolutely pack this place. Hey, it can fit about 10 grand. Let's get every single seat up to the top packed and just run Coppin State out of the gym. It won't be easy. Again, people say Coppin State. Again, I know, and there's other sports, and it's not football. I get it, but I'm just saying, like, it is going to be awesome. And for, like I said, for Ella to join us, but yeah, Corona del Sol High School in Tempe here, so not too crazy far from ASU. And then, yeah, she was at Long Beach State, transferred back here, gets to play next to Colby Neal in the middle starting and just having a hell of a season. Like I said, the soccer pass, and you Pitchfork Lunchers can say I'm geeked out about all this stuff. That's fine. Go ahead. Say I'm geeked out about all this. But yeah, and as I have, supporting Molly Miller, the row shirt, different shirts I wear for this. You guys know this. But yes, but her to come back here, and again, I mean, Mary Stroll actually did the same thing. I mean, Mary Stroll had went to Corona del Sol, or she ended up at Corona del Sol. But either way, a local kid transferred back. I mean, had success, goes to the tournament both years. I mean, she's here, so I mean, so 3 straight years. I mean, Sweet 16, round of 32. Hey, let's see where this year goes. I mean, they are focused on Coppin State, like she said. Again, I had to get that Arizona question in there just because, and the game changers, like she said. I mean, there's celebrations. We see the worm. We see all this craziness, which is just, again, absolutely awesome. And their ace celebration when they go around. If you've been out, if you've been out here, So again, no reason for you not to. No reason for you not to come out. Obviously, tournament time, and then again, if you keep saying, "Oh, I wanted to get out, I wanted to get out," well, they've given you another opportunity, so you definitely need to do that and come on out. Like I said, 4:30 is the first game between Tennessee and Utah State. Tennessee and Utah State. So, again, but besides ASU, and again, shouting out the Big 12, like Ella and I were talking about, I wanted to let you guys know again. So you have ASU that's in the tournament, along with Utah, who's also in their part of the bracket with Kentucky. So ASU, Utah, BYU is also in that part of the bracket. So there's 3 teams, right? And then we have Iowa State, and then Baylor, who got a 6 seed. Iowa State not large. No, okay, and I'm going to go back to the seeding. So Iowa State and Baylor. And then we have Arizona, Colorado as well, and then TCU, Kansas, and Kansas State, who are okay. So that's that. But the seedings for these teams, so K-State was a 4 seed, TCU was a 6 seed, and they're in the Nebraska bracket. And then Baylor was a 6 seed as well. And Iowa State was a 5 seed. Again, the ASU's one blemish. Iowa State was on the road there in 5. So maybe that. And again, they had a solid season. So kind of hope maybe bump them up to a 5 seed because ASU's phenomenal RPI. And yeah, so Iowa State's a 5 seed. And then BYU's a 5 seed as well. Utah was an at-large. Arizona was an at-large. Colorado is a 5 seed as well. So, yeah, I mean, you have a 2 seed. A 4 seed. From the Big 12. The solid is from the Big 12, obviously. A 2 seed, a 4 seed, a 6 seed, 2 5 seeds. Actually, 3 5 seeds. Sorry, 3 5 seeds. And then the at-larges too. So, but yeah, that many ranked teams. And again, like I said, the number 1 teams yesterday, Nebraska, overall number 1, hasn't lost a match. Has only dropped, I think they said 7 sets all year during the broadcast, which again, at this level, and they're playing at this level, that's just insane. So Nebraska, Texas, Pitt, and Kentucky. ASU had lost to Pitt, had lost to Texas. Again, it truly had no middles, unfortunately. But again, not an excuse. They rolled wild and they played, and they learned a lot. So, I mean, stuff you can always break down on tape. So, but the fact that if they were to see Texas again, it would be in the national semifinals. So, or no, it would be in the quarterfinals. Sorry. If they were to see Texas again, it would be in the Elite 8 round, not in the Final 4 round. So, but yeah, I mean, again, that would be, oh no, I am right. If they were to see Texas, it would be in the national semifinals. So, got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do, but guys, how can you not be stoked? I mean, again, you talk to Lomigora, you see how this team is definitely relaxed but focused. I mean, again, you can be, and again, not cocky, not, coming in like, oh, we're gonna no. Coach Van Neel doesn't coach that way. I think I have told you guys that, but but yeah, so again, for like Ella, and then you have obviously I mean, when you look at this roster, I mean, Julian Neal came in as a freshman and was on that team and became like that, last half of the season, maybe I mean, by conference play, I mean, she was coming in the game for her serving and just dropping mad aces. Oh, by the way, I told you I would tell you this. The ace champion for the regular season, and they dropped quite a few the last few sets, or matches, I should say. Well, a few sets, yes, but matches as well. As a team, they finished with 151 aces. So that is 6 sets. That is 2 sweeps of matches won by aces alone. Just think of that. Just 2 matches. If they had 3-0 wins, and they had quite a few of those this year, as you guys know. 2, if you have that, yeah. So that is, yeah. So that's 6 sets and 1 point of the next set. But basically, yeah, that would be 2 matches in sweeps, 1 on aces alone. That is pretty sick and insane, to say the least. And this year's individual champ, with 36, Bailey Miller. Bryn Covell had 24. Tatum Parrott had a nice charge finish. Sydney Henry had 21. Tatum Parrott had 18. Colby Neal, 16. Ella Lewis, 15. Julian Neal came on again. She was playing so many different positions. The Swiss Army knife, absolutely, absolutely awesome. So she had 14. She had 14 kills or aces. Sorry, 14 kills. She had more than 14 kills. 14 aces. And then Piper Rama had 3. Stella Zateca had 1, as did Faith Frame, Ella Lomigora, who was just up here, and Milo Ribeiro, the Brazilian player who Ella was saying some little soccer stuff. So look at that. Ella picks it up fast, athletically, smooth passer, absolutely awesome. So yeah, 151 aces on the year. This year's champ, Bailey Miller, who had 36. And then kill-wise, champ of champs, Noemi Glover, 375 kills. Who finished second? Bailey Miller with 359 kills. Remember my conversation with you all yesterday about all Big 12 first team, all first team, having definitely 2. Maybe to me it should be 3, but we'll see. And I think Noemi Glover, definitely first team. She had 375 kills, like I said, to lead the team. Bailey Miller second, 359. Oh, and Tatum Parrott, 199. Oh, just one away from that 200 mark, but a phenomenal role. The way she stepped into the different role that she had at Grand Canyon, we've talked about it. I mean, she was getting fed the ball an awful lot, and obviously delivering. Another local kid who went to Greenway High School. Is that right? Let me look really quick. Greenway High School. I want to say, yeah, Greenway High School. Yep, that she did. But yeah, she had 199 kills, third on the team. Colby Neal, 153. Kyla Presley, 146. Ella Lomigora, 127. So you look at the two middles in Colby Neal and Ella Lomigora. That is, let's see. That is 280 kills between the two. I mean, in the middle. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And then Kyla Presley, again, subbing in, being on the outside, delivering when she has to with 146. And then Jillian Neal had 61 kills this season. Sydney Henry, the setter, on a few of those obviously, you get that donut in the defense, as I love to call it. And she, you're going up like you're going to set it, and you just, boom, dump it over, drops right in the donut of the defense. So she had 12 kills this season. Bryn Covell, the other setter, had 6. Faith Frame, she gets credited with 2, being the libero. That's why I'm laughing, because libero, obviously, you can't attack in front of the 10-foot line. You can't, you can't attack in front of the 10-foot line, and you, obviously can't play the front row, doesn't play the front row, attack from the 10-foot line, conserve. But yeah, she chipped in with 2 kills. Bryn chipped in with, she said her 6. But yeah, I mean, 1,441 kills to their opponent's 1,262. So 181 more than their opponents. And again, you're going to have these numbers. When you have these numbers, that's where, analytics and stats are like, oh, look at this and that. So people try to figure out the winner. But man, 375 for Noemi Glover. And just think of that. Think of it. She played 89 of the 108 sets that the Devils played. Missed a little time. Obviously wanted her to get healthy. Is looking great. Phenomenal. And definitely, in my opinion, well, it's been an opinion for a minute. And you look, coach was talking about it. You can even say this. In my opinion, front runner for Big 12 Player of the Year. I think that one thing that would help her is, well, her talent. What I'm saying, like when it comes to votes, helping wise, guys, is that Bailey Miller playing all 6 rotations, and like I said, what she's done with kills, leading the team in aces. I think she's second. I think she's also second on the team in digs. Yeah, Faith Frame, the libero, 338, Bailey Miller, 267. So, again, you're playing 6 rotations. You have the kills. You have the aces. You have digs. Like, And then even block-wise, I mean, she's 5th on the team with 50. Bailey Miller, but you look at Colby Neal, 162. El Lomigora, 123, 1st and 2nd. Noemi Glover, other outside, 104. Kyla Presley with 58 when she's been in there. So again, this team is so like the depth that Coach Van Niel talks about and what they have. Like, yeah, this team can make a little run, man. It's okay to be excited about it. I'm just telling you because they absolutely rock. But hey, I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. When I get back, we're gonna hear from Coach Dillingham. Post Territorial Cup. I know if you were there, you've seen it, but I said I was going to talk about it more, and I am. I'm not ignoring it because I know people from the team down south. I got some wonderful messages say, "Oh, it's so convenient that you had volleyball yesterday." Well, your team is also going to the tournament, but they don't get to play at home. Where are they playing? I can tell you where they're playing. Oh, wait. It's Stanford. They're in Palo Alto. I said that yesterday. Yeah. So they don't get to play at home and host because, we smacked them twice, Pitchfork Lunchers. So, again, but I'm going to get to it. I gave them their props. I gave them their respect, but we'll hear from Coach Dillingham post Territorial Cup, and we'll get into what's next for football. Recruits in and signing today. There was a huge flip from a JUCO, I want to say offensive lineman, and I'll get to that too. We'll hear from Coach Dillingham and all that. But again, don't go too far. Again, El Lomigora, you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you missed it, because again, another phenomenal Sun Devil who, again, just keeping this well-oiled machine going. And I mean, doing her part definitely with this team, and awesome to have her around. So we'll step aside and we'll hear from Coach Dillingham coming up here on Pitchfork Lunch. All right, we're back here on Pitchfork Lunch. I'm Michael Carrasino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. Also, you can check out Show Live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, you guys know the wonderful world of IG for the kids at michael.caratinudo.5, as of course, yes, you do see my name there and just add the dot between first and last and then .5 and you're on IG. And then YouTube, guys, like I said, go to YouTube. You guys know how to get there. Watch live, but subscribe to the channel because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal conv reviews. Just had one with Ella Lomigora as she and the volleyball team get ready again for the NCAA tournament. JJ Van Neal here 3 years. JJ Van Neal 3 years, 3 straight years in the postseason tournament. Sweet 16, round of 32. Man, let's roll. Let's roll the dice. Let's keep going and let's rock this place on Thursday night, which is again absolutely awesome. But yes, go to YouTube. You know how to get there. See my name, Michael Carrasino. The pages at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe. Because like I said, whether it be coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, and athletic director who we're going to have on very soon. Again, wait until this weekend of championship games to see where they're going, so where ASU is going bowl-wise. But yes, this will be phenomenal. And again, he'll be here this, I'm guessing he'll definitely be here Thursday and Friday as this place again will be packed. I will be here. And again, just you got to love it, guys. You absolutely got to love it. So, what was I going to say? Yeah. So anyway, but Coach Dillingham, we're just going to get right into it. This is post-Territorial Cup. I told you guys yesterday I would give it to you yesterday, but then with the volleyball availability, they're going to the tournament. Hey, got to roll with it, man. And it's both news, but here it is, because definitely I know everybody from down south that was watching the show, because of course they want to watch. They want to know what true greatness is, not just what occasional might be. And yeah, tip of the cap. I already gave your basketball team tip of the cap. They're ranked number 2, but hey, men's got some women here. Our women are undefeated still. So anyway, that being said, here is Coach Dillingham post-Territorial Cup.
We were really good last year at that. We were really good at points of this year in that. But today you got to give credit for them for knocking the ball out. But you can't turn the ball over 5 times.
How do you just kind of put this season into perspective with all the injuries and
Yeah, I told our guys in the locker room, this sucks. Like, this is horrible. Like, I have to live in this city. Like, that sucks. Like, I get a year of this game just around. That sucks. That's the best part about this game, is you have repercussions for a year, right? I get to hear about it, right? But remove yourself from this moment of misery, and you guys, and I told the group, you guys have done something special. You guys took a program that was dead. You guys had them all raise their hand. Everybody who signed here when we were 3-9, which was anybody who didn't sign here this last year, raise your hand. You guys all came here when we were dead. Absolutely nobody wanted to be here. And you guys took a team and did something that hasn't been done in 12 years. Went back-to-back 8-win games, 8-win seasons. Through all the adversity, you took a team that was dead and did something that hasn't been done since you guys were 6, 7, 8 years old. Now we have an opportunity still to go get 20 wins in the last 2 years. And I couldn't tell you I bet you maybe 3 times in the last 40 years that's probably happened, that a team has won 20 wins in back-to-back in a combined 2-year span. And that's our goal. We have a bowl game, and let's go in on an unbelievable note. And let's go, finish this season and send our seniors out right. But the moment sucks, but like the body of work, anybody that doesn't appreciate those guys' body of work, man, you just don't like kids, I guess, because you got to appreciate these kids' body of work. And that's what I appreciate about them, man. They wanted to be Sun Devils. They stayed Sun Devils. We faced some adversity this year. And we still found a way to win games. And I'm so proud of that group. Mad at myself, didn't get these guys ready enough tonight. And but I'm so proud of that group in there. They've changed this program. You see the crowd? Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Like that environment was as good as any environment, right? We sold out the entire season. Like, we're in the right direction. One moment does not define a football team. It sucks. It defines, being able to talk shit for a year, which that sucks because we can't, right? But it does not define the direction we're going. It does not define the excitement that was in that stadium. It does not define our players.
Hey, could I ask you to slide the mic over?
Oh.
I don't care about that.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. And then number two, you can imagine there's going to be a lot of negative attention on Jeff for the turnovers today. Could you just give us more of a humanize the kid, put it into perspective for you and what he meant to
I mean, Jeff's 3-1 as the full-time starting quarterback. I mean, Jeff is an unbelievable human being. He's an unbelievable person. He has all the ability in the world. I feel for him tonight. I really do. But I feel for him because he's a great person. And, you know, he's a guy that's going to be successful in life. I can almost guarantee that. And even though it didn't work out tonight, like I said, I just have so much respect and love, and he's just such a good human being. And I think sometimes people need to stop, think, and be like, man, this dude chose to be a Sun Devil. This dude fought. This dude had 200 and some yards versus Iowa State to keep us alive. Like, this dude battled for Arizona State football. And sometimes the ball doesn't go your way. And I hope that doesn't define him here. I hope what defines him here is wanting to be a Sun Devil and fighting and competing and doing whatever he can to try to win games.
Considering Kenny, your players at the end of last season said that last year's team was unbreakable at the very end of the last game of the season. Since you're the only one standing up there, what is the word to describe this team this season?
I just think I don't know of a word. I mean, I would just say like Sun Devils. They're Sun Devils. They want to be Sun Devils. Like, they chose to be Sun Devils. They're gonna be Sun Devils for life. I would just say they're Sun Devils, and they're good Sun Devils. They're one of the most fun teams that this fan base has seen in the last 30 years here. I mean, that's what it is. And we'll get wrapped up in the moment, and I get it. It's the rivalry, I get it. It's the game you're supposed to win. Trust me, I know. But, like, man, these kids are Sun Devils. I'm proud of them. I'm absolutely proud of them.
Coach, you mentioned the players that chose to come here after the 3-9 season, celebrating all those seniors tonight on senior night. I know it's still raw after the game, but what are your kind of emotions, knowing how different this will look?
Yeah, I love those kids, man. Like, I got emotional out there. They're a special group. Like I said, they've really, not many times in your life do you get the opportunity to change, like, from the bottom to literally write your own story. And this team did. And guess what? Not all stories end with a happy ending. Sorry. It's a bad ending. But the story's unbelievable. The story is unbelievable. Like, what anybody in this room 3 years ago, whatever, 2 days, if I could tell you the last 2 years were what we experienced, who would say yes? I think every single person. Every single one. Now, if I asked all the ASU people in this room if this day, would you say yes? And I'll say no, right? So would I. But the last 2 years have been unbelievable. And it's only the beginning. That's the best part, is when you start to sell out crowds, when you start to get excitement. Not everything goes your way, but we're way higher than we were. And we're going to continue to build. And that's the goal. And it's my job to make sure that even in the lowest moments, we put things in perspective. And this is as low as you can get. As low as you can get, but let's put it in perspective. We'd all say yes if I said we could be, even if we had no season last year, if we just said year 3, we'd be 8-4. People would be like, yep, we'll sign up for that, right? And these kids are unbelievable. I mean, I love these kids. These kids really set an identity here, and I think the city should remember them for that and be proud that they have activated the Valley. They really have. And it's only the beginning.
Coach, outside of the 5 turnovers, was there something that this team was not ready for tonight? You talked all week about how good U of A was, and you knew they would. What happened tonight?
I mean, well, 5 turnovers. I mean, that's most. I mean, that's a lot, right? I mean, that's a lot. We gave them short fields. You know, we had a really good pump block. but we didn't get them to punt enough, even because the short fields and the turnovers negated our punt block that we felt really good about. And then, yeah, I mean, they stopped the run pretty well for the most part, but we didn't have enough plays. And when you don't have enough plays and your time of possession is 40-19, 59, that's because of turnovers. And then they get to wear on your defense. So your defense should actually have played, you know, if they would have played less snaps, they would have played better statistically, even though they already played really, really well. But when you turn the ball over 5 times, you give them short fields, and then we didn't flip field position in special teams. All of those things put your defense, you know, backs against the wall, sort of say. But yeah, you can't have 5 turnovers.
Coach Dillingham, this was the final ASU home game. This was definitely a home game schedule this year that had its ups and downs. Who are some unsung heroes on this ASU team, staff, whatever comes to mind that you think deserve more respect and recognition?
Yeah, I don't want to give one person because I think there's a bunch. I mean, this is a true team. Like I said, this team, I mean, all the things that have happened this year, and they kept fighting. I mean, they fought and fought and fought. And guess what? Today, you know, we got beat by a good football team. Don't forget that part. That's a good football team. They've done a good job as a staff. Those players played hard. They have a really good quarterback. I mean, 28, 45, 286 yards, 1 touchdown. You know, that kid's been there for 3 years. He led that team to a 10-win year before. The core of that football team, you know, their leaders had a 10-win season, and they're back. And so, really good football team. Can't turn it over 5 times.
Chris Carpenter, Sun Devil Source. I know this is very fresh, but in light of what you said, this is just the beginning, Kenny. Given the challenges of this season, special teams, offense, what do you have to do moving forward with how many players you have to replace and everything to make sure that you continue on a trajectory that you want to be on?
Yeah, I just say we got to do a good job evaluating people and looking for who we should add to the program. You know, in today's day and age, with the current way it's set up, you know, it's harder to withstand injuries than it's ever been because it's just the new model of college football. But I think we're going to have a really good chance to go get really good players to add to the program. We still have our, you know, we've done this before where we had to go get a lot of players and add them. The difference was, I feel like our depth and our young guys in our program, I feel really, really good about. I feel really good about the guys we've signed. So I think those guys are going to get better and better and better. So I feel like, you know, even though we do have to kind of reload, we have so much better depth than we had 2 years ago or 3 years ago when we got here, that we don't have to like go crazy anymore. We just got to fill a few spots that we feel like one of the young guys quite isn't ready to play it yet.
And do you feel like with the positive support that you mentioned recently, that will help accomplish the things that you need in the transfer portal?
Yeah, I do. I think we're in the right direction there. You know, I think that we're going to be able to go try and sign some good players, and players that fit us, players that fit our culture, players that want to be Sun Devils, and that'll always be a priority for me, is people who want to be here. That message has never changed. And I think now that we sell out crowds, now that the games are unbelievable, even good or bad, they're great environments, and we're a team that's talked about, that's playing a game in week 12, that matters in the Big 12 picture. I think we're going to be an attractive place for a lot of people. Hi.
Go. Like we'll let Coach go and have the player.
Where do you want to sit?
I'll stand.
You take my seat. I'll stand. Take my seat.
Jose Romero, Arizona.
Hey.
The energy that Calvin Scott brought back tonight. What was it like just to see him having around the program and be himself, be who he is tonight?
Yeah, great to see him. Everybody loves Scott. You know, Scott was a big piece of this team last year. He's a big piece of Arizona State moving forward. But, you know, like I said, these group of guys right here, they changed an organization. It's pretty cool. They changed an organization. How many people in life can say they change? A lot of people can join an organization. A lot of people can't change it. That takes a special group of people. These guys, they've done it.
Kenny, now that this portion of the season's over, can you give us a final update on Jordan Tyson and what was he fighting and what he showed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into, what pulled him out today, something, lingering. Just sucked, that sucked. Obviously got hurt, first drive, really. It was lingering going into the game. And, that's unfortunate. He's a good player. So not having him out there, not ideal. Losing Boogie, not ideal early. He flew down, made a huge hit. I think he'll be okay. But those are two really good players, so it's always unfortunate when you lose guys like that. But, when you have 5 turnovers, it doesn't really matter.
Thanks, Coach.
Oh.
Well, there it was from Coach. I told you. See, I know there's a lot of comments from people from down south enjoying that. But again, he called them a good team. They were a good team. They won the game. And to me, especially when you guys all know when I talk about rankings, it comes down to winning and losing. You shouldn't have to be able to put up 70 on a team and get rewarded for that, or play a completely schedule full of where another team has no depth and you have twice as much easily. So, but nonetheless, I mean, addressed there. I mean, it was a hell of a season. And yeah, if you ask people, would they sign up for losing the Territorial Cup? Absolutely not. But almost 20 wins, a chance to get 20 wins in 2 seasons. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. To say the least. But yeah, so that's going to do it for today, kids. If you missed Lomigora, go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. It's very easy. You see my name, Michael Kirsten, but it's at Emerson, Michael V is in Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. Subscribe away because, again, you can go back and watch that conv review with her. Again, learn more about A, her, B, local kid, and now C, they're in the tournament 7 p.m. on Thursday. But get here early, 5:30, 6:30. Pack this place. It's going to be loud. Make it very loud for Coppin State, and just let's overwhelm them just with crowd support and noise alone. So, yeah, but have a phenomenal rest of your Taco Tuesday. Again, make them spicy, whether put some jalapenos in there, sriracha, green chili sauce, whatever you want. Tabasco, make it a little spicy. I will see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. And we will be talking more recruiting. Yes, because obviously a lot of signees today, a lot of flips, all that good stuff. We'll talk that for football. Also hear from Coach Powers and hockey as they have a bye this week. But Colin Potter was the NCHC forward of the week, as he should have been. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow. But have a phenomenal rest of your Taco Tuesday. And I will see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel here on Pitchfork Lunch.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Play fake. Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. 11 swings it to Scatterboom. Scatterboom breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another Scatterboom is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Revenge on this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025.
This one the other way. It gets no going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for